Hello and good morning. I'm Mrs. DeMattis, and today we are going to be doing our gumdrop lab, but I wanted to start by going over the rules of bonding first. So most of you have taken biology only with me. You have not yet advanced to chemistry. That's something that will come later down the road. So I wanted to make sure you were familiar with some basic bonding rules so we can do our gumdrop lab today and build our glucose molecules. We've been studying carbohydrates and monosaccharides. So I thought this would be a fun, hands-on activity to kind of illustrate and manipulate some of the things that we've been learning. So everyone is going to do the lab. If you do not have gumdrops and toothpicks at home, that is okay. You're going to get a piece of paper and 3 different colors. You can use colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever you have at your disposal. We're going to go through this lab together. Okay? All right, so the first thing I want to remind you of is there are certain rules when it comes to bonding. We will be making covalent bonds today, which is going to be a nonmetal with a nonmetal, and we're only going to be working with 3 major elements: carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. So carbon is a very, very likable element. It loves to be the center of attention. Think C for center. So carbon is always going to be a central atom. It can make up to 4 bonds. So when we're making our glucose molecule, you want to check every carbon, when we are finished, should have 4 toothpicks stuck into it, no more, no less. It will be our central atom. Oxygen is a little bit more of a polar element. It is still pretty friendly with the other elements we have here today. So oxygen is always going to make 2 bonds. When we are finished, you'll go through, you will check all of your green gumdrops, and you'll make sure it has exactly 2 gumdrops, no more, no less. Now, hydrogen is what we call a terminal atom. So carbon is a central atom, hydrogen is a terminal atom. It will always be on the ends. It will always be on the ends. Hydrogen can only make 1 bond. It only has 1 valent electron to share. So it will only have 1 toothpick stuck into the yellow gumdrops. If you're drawing these, you're just going to draw a line, preferably in black, pen or pencil, to show your bonds. So carbon will always have 4, oxygen is only going to have 2, and hydrogen should always have 1. So when we complete our glucose molecule, we're going to make sure that we have all of our bonding rules, that we're following those and that those are correct. Okay? When we are finished, we are going to have a complete glucose molecule. The formula for glucose, again, hopefully you remember, C6H12O6. Now, we will make sure that we follow all of our bonding rules. However, our bonding angles will not be exact. Again, that's something you'll get deeper into in chemistry later on. But we want to use the form that is in a ring. I just want you to know there's also a chain form of glucose, but that's not what we'll be making today. We will be building the glucose ring molecule. So gather up your materials. I hope you're ready and as excited as I am so we can start our activity.